Okay, hello and welcome back. My name is Guild Navigator, and we're continuing our Let's Play series as Morocco and El Andalus. I was just about to check what my market was. For you guys, it's tomorrow, but for me, it's just a couple of seconds later. What do we need? We need tea, gems, dye, saffron, iron. The need for iron is the one that I feel the most, I guess, that I can do about it. I guess I should just keep pumping on my RGOs. I've been kind of neglecting that for a little while. I think taking those money for exploration missions, exploration progress, is actually a pretty good trade deal, because I mean you have to pay for exploration progress one way or the other. Okay, cool. Once I get some more gold, that's great. So this area is one of the best areas to set up like high population production. I don't know, all that stuff. You definitely want it to be a vassal, but the reason is this: is that it has once you get a couple of bonuses to trade range, it's able to trade pretty easily with India and West Africa, and then eventually it's able to trade with both Iberia and like China. And so what you can do is you can build like a whole bunch of basically just like merchants down here in the Cape, and just like make an insane amount of money from trade. Oh, this is awesome. This is beautiful. That's a possible reason to annex some of these like little... I'm actually going to do that. You know, to basically just have my name be bigger. This person has been open to being annexed for a while, and I put it off and I can't remember why. Oh, it's because they were going to take forever. But I might as well force them to become Moroccan, because then that's going to... Okay, we gotta wait until October 14th. I can call jihad. Let's see who I could call jihad against, because I'm very open to the idea of calling a jihad against the Mali people. Okay, enforced culture on them. While we're at it, I'm gonna enforce the culture on these guys also. Yeah, I might as well just like enforce my culture on all of the little like Saharan people, because then they can turn them in Moroccan. The only place I really like care about not becoming Moroccan is Spain. But I mean, to be fair, the process is continuing apace, irregardless of my desires. I mean, that's good. It's nice to have population growth only from your primary pops. Okay, let's bring our armies together. And how's the proximity to capital looking? It's looking pretty good. I mean, of course, it could always be improved. And the ships are where? What are my ships up to? They're out here. Cool, just topping that off, and yeah, you still got kind of a big pirate problem down there. And it's honestly, that should be your priority. Where is that where you're headed right now? I mean, sure. No. You're not going back. You're not going back to new capital. You really should be getting rid of the pirates. I can't believe I have to do your job for you. Stupid AI. Yep, just mass expand some more RGOs. I've been basically neglecting looking at what's up here, because this is technically part of the same market, right? This is all the new capital market, and then there's this market up here, which is pretty big, also controlled by me, of course. And so now it's eaten a lot of the new capital market lunch, but that's fine. There's space for a possible market here. What would that take out? But that would take some dyes and stuff out of the new capital market. I think it's fine. I'm not building any production out there anyway. Like, I don't have any, like, huge cities or anything. I mean, I've got, like, some, but it's nothing crazy. Okay, bureaucracy. I mean, I guess I'll do a decentralized one. That's, I guess, a little bit better. I really have been, you know, the plus, like, 30 loyalty from subjects is just awesome. So is the satisfaction equilibrium. Yes. That reminds me. You. Goodbye. Okay, now the nobility is furious, of course, but that's fine. And I'll let my stability tick back up again. Is there anything else I want to take away? Feudal mercenary contracts, eventually I do, because that's just giving them power, and I don't really get anything out of it. That's pretty good. The tax efficiency. Let's see, is there anything else I would want to give them? Because now is like a good time too. Maximum tax for nobility. The minus efficiency from cabinet I don't love. But I do actually like the, because I think their equilibrium is pretty high, right? They have a satisfaction equilibrium of, like 52. And so then if I added it, they would be able to, I would be able to tax them. And right now I'm taxing them at what? I'm getting 31%. So it would be like increasing this by 1/6. So what is that? Like 15 gold a month. I don't think that that's worth it. Because I'm also losing tax efficiency, and so that means that I'm going to lose 5% tax on like my commoners and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think that that's worth it. Only nobility as leaders? No, definitely no. Noble patronage of the arts. Yeah, I like the progress towards innovative, and I'm cool with giving them the bonus. Okay, cool. And I'll get rid of the mercenary contracts when I get my stability back up to like 60 or 70 again. Just kind of continue the same process. Yeah, things are going pretty good. Can I start colonizing down here yet? I could. And I would be competing against Mali, who sends one person a month. But I would also be competing against these other people. The truth is that I kind of feel like I could just come down and eat these other people later. Talking about coming down and eating people. Has the time finally come? Has the time finally come? I think the time has finally come. I think the time has finally come. Can I invite anyone to the jihad? I can. I can invite Tunis to the jihad. Welcome, welcome. I can invite Ghana to the jihad. Songhai. I don't even know who these people are, but oh, you're already invited. Everyone's in on the gang. Sure. Dude, Mali has no idea the beast that they've created when they captured the slaves of my people. Do you guys know that meme where it's like, well, you partied, I studied the blade? That's how I feel right now. Mali, well, you partied, I built fortresses. Well, you sold your gold for profit, I built ships of steel. And now you come to me and you beg for peace? You could have had peace 5 years ago. But no, you chose war. It's a war. War is what you will get. This time I'm not gonna skimp out. I'm taking a full helping. The fact I'm over my diplomatic capacity can be damned. I will destroy the Malayan Empire forever. -2 loyalty from subjects is not great, but that's fine. It's really not that much. I'm glad that I have these forts down here. It's gonna pretty significantly reduce the ability of the Mali Empire from being annoying. When I get another diplomat, I think I'm gonna invite these people in as well. I'm just gonna spam invite everyone. I think it's a pretty good use of my diplomats. Would they accept? Nope, because they're not Sunni. Losers. I actually think Sunni's a pretty good religion. The 4 spouses is great. The mysticism and jurisprudence is pretty good. Although I'm just like always drifting in the wrong direction. Maybe I just go full mysticism. That's so bad. It's just actually garbage. Why? Oh, because my stability is low. Because it's -20 because I declared the jihad. Yes, I forgot about that. Do I enforce my religion? Or do I invite another person into the jihad? I chose to enforce a religion. Because that's the kind of humanitarian that I am. Let's see. It does not say that this army is too big. Okay. Whatever you say, Buster. Let's go. I'm just gonna send them down there. And then I've got this 25,000 odd troops. If I bring them over here to Quadis, that might be a good place to clump them up together. Coalesce them into a single unified force. And then I'm just gonna send my levies home. Go home, my levies, go home. And then I think that I should bring across. Like the 22,000, that's not too large, but the 5,000 is. Explain yourself, game. I also feel like when I played the England game, I feel like I had like a bazillion of the, I guess I could raise my fishing vessels, right? I didn't even consider that. But like, how much more would this actually help me carry? I don't know, man. It's fine. I'll just do it. It's just 2 loads. It's nothing crazy. And they needed to be split up anyway. And I'll add like a little 800. This time they'll get the experience of having a 2K stack that's inexplicably powerful. Okay, go siege. I honestly love this song. It goes so hard. This is like a Game of Thrones vibe. If there's one song that has like kind of an Indiana Jones vibe, this song has a Game of Thrones vibe. I'm like convinced that George R. R. Martin told Game of Thrones people, oh my god. Okay, I mean like the vassals up there are already raised, so I guess there's something to do now. I'm convinced that George R. R. Martin told the creators of Game of Thrones his actual plan for the ending, and then audiences were so upset that he has like decided that he obviously can't release the finale to the book because then everyone will kill him because they don't actually like the ending, and he has no idea what he wants the ending to be otherwise, and so he's just not doing anything. Like he's just frozen in like writer block hell because he doesn't know how to end the book, because the way he wanted to end the book everyone hated. And you know, I wish I could explain to him that like my problem was not the actual way the book ended. Like if you read the you know, I think that there's kind of like 2 ways you could think of a book's plot, right? Like you could think of it as like what would you put on a Wikipedia page? And then you can think of a book's plot as like, how does it, like from a qualia perspective, feel to read the book, right? So like I don't think that like Moby Dick as a book has a particularly interesting plot, right? Like what is the actual plot of Moby Dick? It's like a guy tries to hunt a whale, and he doesn't even really try to hunt a whale because he doesn't like actually. It's like I don't know. It's like it doesn't really have like the plot doesn't really make. It doesn't sound very compelling, and even if you like read the Wikipedia page on Moby Dick, you're not gonna walk away thinking that it's a book that like is one of the greatest artistic works of the English language, but it undeniably is, right? And I kind of feel like, you know, George R. R. Martin doesn't realize that like the problem people have with Game of Thrones is not the synopsis summary of the story. Like Daenerys, spoiler alerts. So if you guys want, if you don't know how Game of Thrones ends and you really don't want to know, like you're watching it right now, just click away. Okay, now you've had your chance to do that. I'm gonna spoil it. You know, it's not like Daenerys going crazy is like an uninteresting event. Like that's kind of cool. Like that's a, you know, I feel like it's been building up to that a little bit, right? And they were hinting at it in earlier seasons, and there was like some element of that with like her and like the slave masters, where she was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna negotiate with you guys," but the way it was actually like experientially made was just bad. Like it just there was just no like artistic quality to it. And I think that he learned the wrong lesson. Like I think that he learned that like people hated the idea of like I guess like they hated the idea of Daenerys going crazy and then all the stuff that ended up happening. The one exception to this that I doubt that he actually had was that I think it's Arya Stark who ends up killing the Night King. And that was weird. Oh, fuck. That was a mistake. Here I was just yapping, as always. Look, this is what it's like to consume a Guild's Navigator live stream. You know, it's some amount of chaos, a lot of failure, some ponderings on literature. The siege in Nadar is completed. Now, I'm interested to know if this army of 2,800 would actually be able to take on this army of 10k. It says that they should. And I'm kind of, yeah, I was going to say, I'm actually kind of set to agree. Plus, siege ability is fucking awesome on this army. Oh my god, that's so good. Siege specialist. That is like the best possible trait that he could pick up. It's kind of bullshit that they're just like running up the entire West African coast. You guys can go home. Same with you. That's kind of cool. I like settled these islands off the coast first. Yeah, one of the first things that I'm going to do is I'm going to take away the provinces from Mali. I wish there was a way to like ban them from settling that also, you know, as a terms of the war peace. I mean, who knows? Maybe there is. I actually don't know. There's so many other topics to yap about. I have a personal grievance that I'm gonna add to my list of my Guild Navigator list of grievances. I hate it when games have people behave in games or movies or anything in the post-apocalypse, have people like with modern day like industrialized society beliefs. So I'll give like a concrete example of what I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys ever watched The Walking Dead, but it's like it was a huge zombie TV show in the 2010s. I believe it ended up going through until when did it stop airing? Somewhat recently, and I stopped watching it pretty early on, you know, maybe in the first couple of seasons, but it always annoyed me that the characters were like simultaneously living in this like extremely brutal and like dangerous and deadly environment, and then also would sometimes just randomly, you know, do things like stealing is evil. I don't know, it just always bothered me. I don't know what made me think about that, but it was a thought that I had. Okay, this siege is almost done. And so is this one. I could definitely use some food, right? Why are you dying? Oh no, it's just because of the people I'm sieging. Okay, I'm kind of glad that I put the Castilians down, because now I'm not going to have to deal with them again for a little while. And I actually didn't have to do very much. Okay, you guys can all just go sit down by the Horn of Gibraltar if you want. Okay, the siege is complete. Let's go take down the next fortress. I guess I might as well just like start, I'm of two minds on this. Part of me wonders, you know, these are the armies with cannons, and so maybe it makes sense to send them directly to the fortresses, but then I also think that it would be kind of nice to capture these provinces, because one of my goals is to take slaves. Although an issue that I have with taking slaves is that then I'm gonna have a whole bunch of like West African slaves who have extremely low tolerance, like even lower than I have for Christians. Or actually, maybe it is the same for Christians. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, so instead I'm gonna lose that battle. So let's go merge up with this army. Nope. That's what I want to do. Okay. Great to see that that was successful. I think I'm capturing, although I actually may be in Sunni Muslim territory. I'm not. No, these people I should be. There's one, you know, foolproof way of checking. So if I go to the religion and I look, yeah, there's some people up here. Maybe there aren't actually. I see some Namaya. Okay, let's bring these 5k around. I think that they should be able to take them pretty handily. Because again, this is an army of regulars, and these are definitely not the people I'm facing off against. Similarly, let's go crush this little Malayan army. And we're gonna see if the captured people pop. Oh, never mind. It was unsieging them. I don't know if I need a pop-up for when I complete. I wonder if I can like do it so that I get a pop-up when I complete a siege that actually matters. Like when I capture a fort. Because I don't always want to know when I capture every province. Like the successful occupation. I'm gonna say don't pop that up in my face anymore. But I would be sad if I don't get a notification when I finish this fort, for example. Which I've been sieging for what feels like forever. Yeah, 312 days. I could I guess send my cannons to go help at this point, but they have better things to do. I feel like I do so much morale damage to them that it's almost like I'm not actually getting to do any casualties. Although in that case, I just wiped them out. Okay, this looks like it's occupied. So it'll be a pretty clean test. Okay, the fort is done. Can move on. Let's capture that provincial capital first. Yep, 1,400 slaves. Perfect. I mean, I feel a little bit bad saying perfect, but look. And then you can go siege this fort. Okay, cool. Thank you for your work. I'm going to split this into 2 armies. And then this army, I'm going to bring south. Oh, can it not? Huh. Maybe like the only place it can go is to the fortress. Okay, whatever, that's fine. If that really is true. Is that not the oh, it's over there. It's that province, my bad. It looks deceptive, right? Because it's like it's got the hook in the river. Only +1 siege bonus. It's kind of sad. I do have more cannons up here, but yeah. Oh my god. Who keeps sending pirates? This is annoying. Can I see from who? Because it's just constantly causing problems for me. And I guess I could split the navies up and then just have them each separately, you know, monitoring provinces, but that feels like a little bit like suboptimal. Are pirates always 5%? Because if pirates are always +5%, then what you want is you want your navies to have minus 5% anti-pirate power. Can I see what it is collectively? Okay, if I just take half of them and I just send half of them down here, I think that's alone enough to just to solve that problem. And then I can just leave half of my fleet to just like kind of like neurotically sail around and top everywhere off. And then I'll keep the other half of my fleet a little bit more mobile, a little bit more flexible. Okay, the 6th K just tried to attack me. Let's see, obviously I'm getting a lot of cannons, smashing them. Yeah, it's just a joke. They have no hope. They never even stood a chance. Like, interesting, so I could... How much siege progress do I have? I actually have quite a bit of siege progress. Siege accumulation, like basically +4. I wonder if I can just go pop these little armies here. It's a little bit dangerous just leaving this this tiny, like this tiny 1K stack. And I probably should have split them in half instead of. That was actually the original plan, right? But I wasn't able to get them away. So let's. Now that I know I can, I'm gonna split them in half and send the half with the general back, and then the larger half without the general. I've noticed it often does that. I've noticed it often will make the larger half the half with without the general, which seems odd. Like I would expect, I would almost want it to go the other way, like a priority. Okay, +5 prestige is fine. Oh, I've got diplomats. Spend. Enforce religion. Okay. Now everyone is the right religion. Let's enforce culture on. Great. Perfect. And then is this enough to? It is enough to reduce the pirates, which is really the main thing that I'm worried about. Having only 1K army is a little bit scary. And I will say that it's interesting because I feel like the regulars do a disproportionate amount of like morale damage. It feels like, and that's pretty powerful. Now there's a debate in my mind on whether I want to film a 3rd episode tonight, and I think I've had that debate in my mind, and I think the answer to that debate is yes. So this is a good place for me to wrap it up right now for me. for you guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow. But on my end, I'm gonna just record another one. So I'll see you all soon. Bye.